What's up, you beautiful bastards? Let's just jump right into it.
Let's just jump into it.
Let's just jump off this bridge right now. Oh God!
You skipped the whole sarcasm and like the covered joke point, and you just jumped straight into jumping off of the bridge.
With the way the world is right now,
I mean, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm just pointing out the things that you're saying. That's all I'm doing.
I have a new camera angle. It appears you have a new camera angle too.
Well, I don't have just a new camera angle. I have a new desk, a new apartment, a new city, a new life, a lot of new things. Actually,
Tell us more. What?
Well,
it's only been 3 months since the last podcast. Let's talk about it.
We kind of accidentally took a summer hiatus.
Yeah. Oh,
kind of.
yeah. Okay, this is fine, but hold on 2 seconds.
I'm honestly thinking, looking back at the pattern of us recording, I feel like, well, first of all, this episode is going to come out on the week of the anniversary of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be like, it's going to come out on what's Monday?
Monday is the 31st? 30th. 30th.
30th? Yeah, that's basically, okay, so we usually released our from the beginning, we released our podcast episodes on Fridays. Mm-hmm. So if we were to release on a Friday next week, it would be 1 year anniversary of the first episode.
Damn. Are we going to release on Friday?
Like on the day. So, but also today is the 28th?
27th.
27th.
Yeah.
I think it's about the same time, like we're recording right now. It's about the same time of the like timeline. Exactly a year ago, we came up with the idea of the podcast.
That's true. I think we're on stream and talking.
Yeah, it was like we were on stream on like a Saturday or something, and we were like, should we just record a podcast because we're just talking?
Yeah.
And people said, yeah, you should. And we did. And here we are. It's a very interesting and engaging story.
10 out of 10 story.
But no, I really...
Wait, hold on. 2 seconds. Keep talking.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to take this episode a little bit because I am kind of in an... I can still hear him talking from the other room. I just wanted to take this episode to like kind of reflect a little bit on how this podcast have been, to decide what we want to do moving forward, and to just
I'm back.
Reflect a little bit. Hi.
Okay. Hi, I'm here. Sorry.
We're back.
Cup of water.
Nice. Speaking of water.
Can you guys see this?
Oh, you're watering what looks like an empty pot.
Okay, look, the
where the palm used to be.
Leaves are struggling a little bit, okay? But
wait, so what is there? What is in that pot?
I don't know.
How do you not know? It's your office.
It's a clipping from my brother's plant.
Okay.
He said it was sold to him as what this is a quote directly from my brother. He says it's a gay man's ideal plant because it doesn't need that much maintenance. And I don't know why.
Please continue.
I don't know what kind of plant it is. But clearly my blinds have been closed and I forgot to water it for a little bit.
So just to be clear,
it's come back from worse before. It will come back through the course of this podcast. You're gonna see it go. Whoa! I'm thirsty.
So whoever's watching it out there, do a time lapse of this podcast episode and let us know if the plant is alive.
Or don't. Not doing that would also be okay.
But also, just to be clear, your homosexual brother,
yes,
told you that this plant is a perfect plant for a gay man and gave it to you.
Well, no. So his was like exploding. It was all over the place.
That's because he's gay, and
exactly.
The plant is perfect for gay people,
and so the palm died. Look, you can already see it starting to perk up a little bit. Look, it's perking up just the slightest bit. Right there.
I don't think so.
But no. So his plant was like bursting with life, and he was like, "It's too much." And my palm had just died because Apparently
you didn't water it.
No. So actually, here's the thing. When I finally threw it away, the bottom was full of water. I picked it up and it slushed around. Apparently
root rot then.
Yeah, well apparently these
rot.
palms are like terrible and they will not survive ever. They're awful plants. Like
Sure,
there's a kid on TikTok who's
blame it on the I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna blame it on the plant. I have other living creatures that are not dead that have been in my possession for a long time.
But also those creatures have a capability of caring for themselves a little bit.
Olive cannot care for herself at all.
Fair. Poor Olive, just Olive slander.
I mean, it's true. She's a mess. I love her dearly, but she's a mess.
How you been? We haven't talked. Look, I know that this probably is for people like, oh, it's just like an episode. They probably have talked about this whole time. No, I've been moving to Seattle this whole summer, and I haven't
been hella busy.
Yeah, I've been really busy. I've been looking for a job. I've been setting up my like insurance, my apartment stuff, and everything. It's been a lot, so we haven't really talked that much. And
well, that and my everything has been chaotic, and this has been like the worst summer.
True. This summer has been really difficult for everyone.
Yeah. But you know what wasn't bad about this summer? As a quick pivot, I bought this bad boy for $20. $20. Sony A5000, $20 at a yard sale.
The con artist of the internet.
Con artist? Absolutely not.
What is it called? When you're like the art of the deal.
All right. Don't bring that gentleman into this.
What? Oh. I didn't even mean that. Do you think I know what kind of books he's released?
I don't know, man.
Do you really take me for that kind of a person?
I don't know.
Come on.
Oh, God, I wish I had an SD card in this thing. If I took a picture right now, it would look dope as hell. Hold up.
Well, get an SD card then.
Where is there an SD card? Up here?
Okay.
No.
Maybe after the podcast is done?
I can't. You know how hyperfixation works. Hold on.
Yes, I know.
Let's keep
talking.
talking.
The same thing.
Just keep vamping, baby. Just keep vamping. Here we go. Hold on. I'm going to open up this. 2 seconds.
Back to what I wanted to start to talk about when you went away is that I wanted to take this episode to kind of reflect on how we did the podcast over the last year. Just talk about what we've learned and what we want to do moving forward, because I think that we kind of accidentally took this summer hiatus, and I think it's been really good for us to kind of reset a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to keep doing 3-month breaks going forward.
We definitely
but
should
I think
not do that.
An every week episode is also not a very viable long-term plan.
Yeah.
So I just really want us to take this chill a little bit and just enjoy it,
Yes.
Because that's how this podcast started in the first place. And I think that we just were chasing some sort of an ideal model of what the podcast should be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say I chased it. You were you were more doing it for the fun things, and they're just coming along.
Well, I was also trying to what I was really trying to do was make sure that I was trying to keep you kind of reined in, because you wanted to do all these really in-depth things, which I admire, and it's a great idea. But the problem with it is
it would lead to immediate burnout.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't have the energy to go through and do it.
Oh, nobody would.
Yeah.
with the kinds of things that I was coming up with and the kinds of things that I wanted us to do, it would have been a crazy idea to do everything right off the bat. Only 2 of us. I think that for most of the things that I was proposing, we would need a full-on team working with us on this project.
No,
and I don't think that's
100%.
going to happen anytime soon.
And
so
there were some really great ideas. There really were some really great ideas, but it was just too much. And I think that's where we got a lot of our burnout, because it was what the hell are we doing?
And by the last few episodes, you definitely could feel it. We were running out of things to talk about, but we also didn't really have time to come up with new things.
Yeah.
Like, because we were trying to stick to the every week schedule, and because we had so much going on in our personal lives all the time, like everybody does, because this is a hobby, not our main job. If this was our main job, of course, we would have been able to, like, okay, we're gonna spend some funding on that. And, like,
let me
cool
translate that real quick. If y'all would pay us already. No, I'm kidding.
By the way, our Patreon and our fan house is going to be in the description. But I'm just kidding. But actually, I'm thinking about starting.
We could do a
house
Patreon or a fan house, either or.
Because the thing is, I'm not realizing the more I'm watching all of this crap going on, like, you know, all of the current internet stuff.
All the bullshit on Twitch.
Yeah, bullshit on Twitch. I'm gonna circle back to what I did about it in a second. But what I wanted to say is that I realized that the platforms are never gonna pay us fairly, whatever size we reach, if any, which I don't really care about anymore. I just care about having a good time talking to you because you're my friend, because I enjoy talking to you. And just maybe if this entertains some people and helps some people on the way, perfect, great. I love it. But mostly I just want to have good conversations and just have a fun project to do outside of the work that we usually do. You know?
Yeah.
You know how
absolutely.
When you do creative work for work, it just becomes repetitive so quick.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, really quick. The novelty of it just wears off immediately.
It wears off so fast, and it's just kind of like, cool, I hate this. I hate everything about it. This is something that should bring me joy, and I'm sitting here at like 12:30 on a Thursday night going, I don't want to get on Discord. I don't want to record this podcast right now. I just want to go to bed.
Exactly. And that's what I want to avoid with this, because I want it to be fun. I don't want it to become like just another thing that we need to pump out every week.
Exactly.
So
and it's tricky because I feel like that was definitely the point we were getting to, or it's just like,
yeah, exactly.
Neither of us want to do it. We don't have any, like, we would always like sit here for like 20 minutes and be like,
exactly. So what are we talking about next? that would usually
how that's true.
Go.
We would
also
just fall into like,
just because of
whatever.
Yeah, having that pressure all the time of trying to find something to talk about.
It sounds dumb, but it's really taxing.
It is taxing. Like, people would say, like, oh, how difficult is it to just, like, sit down and talk about something? When you do it once a week, every week for a year,
pretty tricky.
Tell you run out of stuff to talk about really quick. And also, if you're friends with the person who you're doing the podcast with, when you, like, spend a lot of time together on other things, you just run out of things to talk about just because you talked about it all already. Whatever happened in your life, you already talked about it, and you don't know what to talk about next. And then you start grasping at straws, and then the conversation becomes just empty.
Well, yeah, we definitely got to a point where it was like, we would start talking about something, then we'd like, oh, we should save this for the podcast, and then we would never end up talking about it.
And then
like,
and then we will forget because we have ADHD, and when will we learn that we will never remember? Well, I guess we will never learn because we never remember, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, that's a fair. Yeah.
Welcome to Keeping It ADHD podcast, by the way. Well, I don't think we even said it this time. I don't even really care.
Oh no! I was trying to be all like smooth and be
looking handsome.
Let me change
now
the
you have a bunch
of
stats on your screen.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna change it back.
Yeah, but I
was just trying to be
both
cheeky and like
angles.
swap the angles, but
yeah, you should definitely do like two really drastically different angles, because these two are like very close together. Yeah, and they're like just two little different sides. But
it's the rule of it's in film. It's called the rule of 30 degrees, where if you're gonna change shots, it has to be more than 30 degrees. Otherwise, it just looks like bad camera work.
Yeah, yours is about like 30 degrees. I would say like right around that, like maybe 45.
No, not even. Well, I'd say like 25, maybe. It's not great.
Details.
I literally, I just like threw it up. I was like, whatever, it's right there.
You'll find an interesting place to put it. Maybe put it behind you. It's like,
I was thinking about that. I don't have any. I mean, I guess I have a 20-foot HDMI.
Show off your butt. Show the end of your butt,
ladies.
Ladies, he's taken.
I was saying this the other day. Anytime like anybody says anything that makes me react in like the ladies, I think of like back when Julian used to be like, ladies, can you show me where the men are?
Yes, exactly. That's also what I think about all the time. But mostly because that's the phrase that I probably should use.
Fair play. Fair play.
It's both a signal of like, hey, I'm safe, and also like, but really, show me where the men are, please.
Bring on the men.
I mean, on that front, I'm doing pretty well so far.
That's good.
So
yeah,
that's good.
Hell yeah.
I also, if you haven't noticed, I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, you're looking really good, bud. I was gonna say.
Thanks. No, I mean, I'm not really fishing for compliments, but I really do feel a lot better.
We got a big one. Oh, you're really good looking, pal. It was this big. Whoa!
The fact that you did it in an impression of a stray guy catching the biggest fish of his life is just a cherry on top of this.
Had to be done. Had to be done. I'm wearing a shirt from my rugby team in college. I got my hat on backwards. I don't know how you can get much more straight than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't, unless you like, unless you give your homie a fist bump and then say no homo. As if that in any way indicates that you have homosexual feelings.
There's a difference between being a straight guy and being a bigoted straight guy. All right.
There is a big difference. I'll agree to that. You got me there.
Yeah. You're damn right.
You made an argument. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I made an argument. I got a big one.
Whoa! I got a big argument coming. It's a gotcha
battle.
Argument.
Time to bail out of the conversation.
This is my argument. It's a tiny fish. You little bitty fish.
You know, they've been losing so much lately that they just need to take any wins they can get.
That's
you know?
Bunch of fucking losers.
Hello, this is this homosexual report on the ground. The straights have been losing ground. I repeat, the straights have been losing ground.
I knew you were a double agent. Classic Russians. Always infiltrating shit.
Speaking of infiltration, I had my immigration meeting.
Yeah? How'd that go? I mean, I watched Stranger Things Season 3. I know what's going on.
Please. Okay.
I know you have a base underneath the mall.
Please,
all right?
NSA, don't come for me. I truly want only the best for your country. That's why I came here. But anyway, yeah, I had my immigration interview. Was it a week ago? Yeah, a week and a half ago. It went pretty well. Still waiting for the response from the immigration department. But, you know, that takes some time. What are you doing?
I'm dancing. I don't know.
You look like a squid that is cosplaying a jelly.
That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
All right.
Thank you so much!
If you're not watching the podcast, you have to, because the amount of fishing Rahlyx is doing right now.
This is the thing, right? I'm a visual comedian. I'm not funny with my words. I'm funny with the
same, but mine is sounds because I can't do words good. So, case in point. But so I just do a lot of funny like that kind of reaction. You know?
Yeah.
That's why I'm working on my vocabulary all the time, so I can make the straights laugh and make them like me.
So you can infiltrate.
Exactly. Coming back to the main point of this podcast is that
Scarfee's a Russian infiltrator. There you go.
I am Russian, but I am immigrating here legally, and I really would like to be a citizen of the United States, please.
Hell yeah.
Because a lot of the people, most of the people that enjoy my company and whose company I enjoy are here. And I would like to stay here with them rather than go back home and die.
That's valid. Fuck.
Yes, exactly.
Good old Russia.
So let's move on from that.
Oh, bless. So
let's just jump.
I got an iPhone 12. Let's just jump, dude.
Let's just jump. Oh my god, I can't get over Philip DeFranco. He's such a great YouTuber. Come on, how can you be like on YouTube and not know Philip DeFranco? Like he's everywhere. I said as question. I only click on his videos in the recommendation tab.
Are you not subscribed?
Are you not subscribed? It's like those people talking about their favorite YouTuber, and they're like, "Oh, he's everywhere on the platform. He's getting like so many views." and he's got like 6,000 subscribers, and I see him everywhere. That's because he's getting recommended to you.
It's literally because that's how fucking algorithms work. Thank you very much.
But you know,
oh bless.
That's how they get you. They get you in the algorithm, and then you can't leave. Which brings me back to one point that I wanted to make earlier that we kept tangenting off of. In the middle of the summer, during the hiatus, I actually did something to kind of detoxify myself a little bit from the internet, which was I left all social media platforms except for Twitch for like 2.5 months or something. I don't remember. But I'm kind of still not there, and I think I'm going to keep it that way.
Yeah, that's the way you should live your life.
Yeah, I don't...
No.
See, I don't like that argument because it makes it like a blanket statement.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Okay.
Social media creates really, really bad relationships with like dopamine and chemicals in your head that make you turn everything you could possibly do into like content.
Yeah.
And that is such a problem with like, and I'm not saying it's other people, it's me too. I find it so hard to live my life without going, that's content right there. But like I've had a lot of like thinking time lately about all of that, and I'm like,
because you also scaled back your Twitter interactions, right?
Yeah, I scaled back Twitter bigly.
I'm glad. Good job.
And I'm kind of scaling back Twitch a little bit, just because like I'm not having as much fun streaming as I used to, and it's just like
not good, but
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's like I'm in it to have fun and make a difference, and if I'm not having fun, I'm not putting an effort into it, and nobody's gonna want to contribute to campaigns to make a difference. So it's like something's got to give, and I'm not gonna throw myself at a brick wall if I'm not feeling it. Yep. So I'm trying to like curb it to a good balance where I can be living my life not in front of 3 monitors and a phone screen
24/7. Yeah. That is fair, and that's exactly why I did what I did. So I'm glad that you're coming to the same conclusion as I am, which is that too much social media is poisoning our minds, but I have a point to make. There's so much tied into social media today, including job opportunities, friendship opportunities, networking, that stuff, that I don't think that in our day and age, and going forward, unfortunately, I don't think anybody's going to be able to completely give up social media completely.
I don't know.
I really do believe that in the current state we're in, there's a lot of change that needs to be made before it is viable to keep going down the path that we're currently going, which is living half our life on the internet, half our life in real life. But most people, let's be real here, most people live it mostly online, especially in the pandemic days.
Well, especially right now. And honestly, it's the pandemic that's kind of made me realize that I fucking hate being online. Like, honestly.
True. And because everybody was. Everybody.
Everybody, and the other side of it is like you always see people talking about like, oh, people just get on Twitter and like just start info dumping, but it's like it's true. I see people like oversharing on Twitter. Yeah, I see people oversharing on Twitter, and I'm like, one, like, I hope you're okay. Genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I hope you're doing okay. But two,
we just talked about this before the podcast.
Yeah, but two, it's like you are giving a lot of personal information of yourself out. That bad actors, it takes one bad actor to take that information and use it against you. It's so rough. Yeah,
kind of. I'm not sure if they were actually stalking our social media, but who knows at this point?
Wait,
I don't want to know. Honestly.
I don't remember this.
You know who I'm talking about.
Well, we'll talk offline because I don't remember. I'll be honest, I don't remember.
One.
Oh my god, dude!
One.
I'll DM you. I do not remember.
All right, we'll talk about this on the
I'll
podcast,
DM you.
I don't want to talk about this on the air.
Yeah,
so
that's why I'm saying I'll DM you.
Yeah, but back to your point of oversharing online.
Yeah, it stresses me out because you see a lot of kids, a lot of Zoomers, they'll go in and they'll and like I get it. I get why things like Card exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like, this is how old I am. This is like my triggers, so you don't interact with me in these ways. But in that same vein, all it takes is one person who you piss off online. For example, I mean, I guess it's not a great example, but like all it takes is one wise comment, right, to piss off somebody the wrong way, and then they can go and use it against you. You know what I mean? Like we've seen people that we know get harassed by Keemstar. And it's like, imagine if they had more personal information on their profile, dude, shit would have been really bad. But luckily, they're one of the few Zoomers that understands like how to be careful on the internet. I feel like there was this like fine line where like our parents don't get it because they didn't grow up with the internet, right? And we grew up in the golden age of the internet where it's like everything's up and coming and people are using the internet for good shit. And we learned that it's like, you got to be careful. You can't just like go on Club Penguin and give out your street address and people will come and say, hey, you know what I mean? You can't do that shit.
And then a penguin shows up at your door and shoots
you're like,
you
what
in
the hell? Do you bring me a puffle? And it's like, no, I brought you death.
No, I mean, it is funny, but come on. Yeah, it's actually, no, don't give out your personal information online.
Right.
It's just not.
Well, and it gets tricky then, because this next generation, the people raising them, which is like our generation and a little bit older, they go, oh, we just kind of figured that was common sense. And so we didn't, like, the generation before us and the current generation did not, the millennials did not do a great job teaching Zoomers about internet literacy. And so these Zoomers are like, I'm just going to everything, just bleh.
Yep.
On the internet.
What we're currently witnessing is the manifestation of generational trauma, where we grew up with the internet and didn't know how to handle it, and now we're passing it down to the next generation.
Dear God,
that
dude,
shouldn't happen. We should stop it right fucking now before it gets too far.
We saw on the internet growing up. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's
a lot.
It's traumatizing, but also it's our duty. Well,
duty. You said duty.
It's not a duty. It's a responsibility. Not processing this is irresponsible. So what I'm saying is, it's your responsibility to process it.
Sure,
bitch.
Damn, laying down the long dick of the law.
It's not. It's a fan, but
the long fan of the law.
Done enough of that.
But no, it's like that and like aggressive ladder climbing. I have no patience for anymore. I'm like, I can't deal with it. The amount of people that are like, they'll just like steamroll you once they get what they want out of you. I'm like, I don't want to be on social media if this is what it's about, you know?
Those are the kinds of experiences that make you like wary of every single person you meet online.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you start having something that people can use from you, no matter how big it is or how small or like even in what relation, in any kind of field online, you'll find that there's going to be people who are just going to come by, see what you have to offer, get it from you, and as soon as they stop getting it, they're gone. Some people do it intentionally, some people do it unintentionally, but either way it hurts. And not really incentivizes you to be friends with that person anymore after that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, oh, okay, no, I've seen my worth. I saw a tweet today that was like, as you grow up, you find it a lot easier to recognize the people that see your worth, and they were like, I recommend that you start putting energy into the people that appreciate you and stop even wasting brain power on the people that don't. And it's like, it's so hard to get past like the whole like, oh well, I'm just gonna move on, because like it sticks in your head for a while. But honestly, it's the wildest thing. Some days you literally just like, it just clicks and you're like, next, let's move on.
Yep. And sometimes you just don't even get an explanation.
Yeah, exactly. It's so bizarre. And I mean, like over the last like year and a half, there have been a lot of people, like not even necessarily just with me. I've seen it with a lot of different people. It's just like,
yeah,
people just up and go, peace.
I mean, being in a Twitch space, you just see it everywhere.
Yeah.
At all times. That's why when you find a community that actually sticks with you, or like people who actually stick with you over like the years or time, that's when you know that you found like the right people.
Let me amend that for you real quick, because that is accurate to a degree.
Yeah.
But when you find the people that stick with you and support you as a human, and want to see you achieve your best, and not just want you as padding for their friend group or something like that.
Yeah.
Those are the people you should be with. Because you can have bad actors stick with you for as long as possible because something you're doing gives them some sort of satisfaction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's a fine line. And I like, don't be afraid to just like, if somebody's treating you bad, just say, fuck it. And just say, look, I don't like the way you're treating me. Everybody deserves an explanation. You just go, I don't like the way you're treating me. I don't think we should be friends anymore. Deuces.
I have an amendment to your amendment. So
yeah.
I guess we're really cosplaying as the American government here.
Objection!
But
can we get Ace Attorney bot render for this, please?
Yes, please, somebody. My amendment to your amendment is that also needs to be everything. What I have learned over this past summer, trying to deal with all of the like everything happening, and just trying to figure out how to do my job and also be a person at the same time and kind of exist. You have to do like the phrase "everything is great in moderation." It's not just a phrase to me anymore. Personally, after like doing this past summer and trying to find out the balance, I realized that because of my ADHD, but also because of my past, which I'm not going to get into, I tend to go like all or nothing in most things.
Yeah.
Or all of the things. And that's not the way to be in anything. And when somebody is trying to force you into a binary choice, I just urge you to step back real quick and think about it. Is it actually a binary choice, or is somebody just trying to make you think that it's a binary choice?
Yeah.
Which, again, coming back to your statement of whether they're a good friend or a bad friend, not always fits in those two categories.
That's true.
Not always in the same place throughout the relationship.
They could just be a very apathetic friend that doesn't do anything. I've got some of those. But also,
that apathy could be coming from a place of personal trauma. You never know. It's something that I have struggled with personally. I can like as I've been even throughout this podcast, actually, even from when it started and throughout it, just because of the amount of life events that have been happening. I realized that sometimes I wasn't really actually like feeling or thinking what I was saying or doing. It's the brain enters such a weird state when it's uncomfortable, where it tries to suppress every single emotion or decision that you want to make that is not immediately for your benefit. It becomes very hazy and cloudy. So just think about things. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, okay, because I feel like
I'm realizing I'm becoming a little preachy as we go. So
no, but you're right. Let me summarize that in a way that I'm interpreting it. All right. Basically, what you're saying is, not everything's black and white. Don't do knee-jerk reactions.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree with that. 110%.
If it were all to be summarized in one sentence.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just what I learned with you. And as a result of that, I can talk about that. As a result of that, I have a shiny new apartment. Well, shiny new is
woo! Get a load of them Amazon boxes. Let's hear it.
Right now, it looks very much a lot like my old apartment that I moved out of, which was trashed. And
good.
Yeah, I'm still unpacking a little bit, even though it's been almost a month. But I'm really loving the new place so far, and Seattle is such a great city.
We've lived here for like 9 months now, 10 months even.
Here's where?
This townhome. We only just hung pictures
Nashville, right?
a few weeks ago. Yeah. We only just started hanging pictures, so.
Oh, wait, actually?
Yes, I'm not joking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I definitely feel better about my pace of unpacking because I'm here alone. So like, nice lens.
How much
darker? Or is it a filter?
It's a filter. I don't want it to be any darker though. It's a circular polarized filter, so I can. Ooh. So the way it works is.
Dude, you gotta teach me photography. Photography.
Because so the way this filter works, you can see the words rotating, right? So the way it works is you can rotate this, and based on where it is in the rotation, windows will either be very reflective or not reflective at all. And it's really helpful.
Oh,
people,
nice.
People that shoot stuff that don't. You can always tell if somebody didn't have a circular polarized when they shot stuff, because if there's like a really ugly reflection in it or something, and it's like, why didn't you just? Because granted, they're expensive, but you can get big ones on Amazon for cheap.
They're expensive.
You can get them on Amazon for cheap.
People don't like to spend money.
Yeah. Okay. Camera people recognize that they have to spend money.
Yeah, actually,
there are 3 filters. One of them is on here right now. There's circular polarized, there's UV, and then there's an ND4, which is just 4 stops of darkness. This was like 20
stops of darkness.
$27.
That sounds like a book title.
4 stops. 4 stops. Like.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know. I know what you mean. I'm just saying that it sounds like a horror book title.
It sounds like a murder
4
mystery.
stops of darkness. It sounds like somebody's like on a train to hell.
It's like it's a murder mystery or something, and it's like, whoa,
yeah,
the photographer did it. Oh no!
Speaking of murder mysteries, I gotta mention the TV show that I was watching recently. But speaking of like camera people, remember I told you about the guy that I met at the gym.
Wait, did he order a shirt from me?
I don't remember.
Somebody in Seattle ordered a shirt from me.
Oh, well, maybe.
So the problem though was Etsy didn't give me a notice that they ordered a shirt for me, so it was 22 days late. So that was not good.
Wait, was 22 days late?
Yeah, so they ordered it, and then when I shipped it, it said 19 days overdue, and I have a 2-day turnaround on those shirts. So, yeah.
Oops.
I put a note in there. I was like, hey, look, my grandfather died, and I have just not been on the internet. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
What?
That was a lot right there.
I mean,
are you all right?
I'm fine, yeah. That was like a month ago.
That didn't sound fine.
It was a month ago. Either way, Tad, if you're out there.
We'll talk about that later.
Just it's fine.
Okay, leave it alone. Moving on. Anyway,
yeah.
So I talked to that guy, and he's also a photography person.
Was his name Tad?
No, actually.
Okay.
So
you know
I don't think
Tad?
it was them. I don't think it was him. But
okay.
Somebody might have seen my shirt because I was wearing it around.
How would they have known where to buy it?
I don't know.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a burb.
The next day and saw.
No, it wasn't a burb. It was the peg game shirt.
Oh, well, probably it's just a coincidence. Seattle has a lot of gamer bros, so you probably got someone cackling.
Hold up, I gotta look at the address you gave me.
Well, anyway,
sorry.
What I was bringing up the guy for was not for the pegging shirt, which, by the way, you can find on Rahlyx's Etsy if you want.
No,
but
don't do
it. What I was saying for is that he also is a photography person, and he has like an Instagram that he does like personal photography for people in Seattle. And he and I were talking about how he has like a wedding shooting gig later next week or something, or this weekend. So yeah, that just like a fun fact because I've been meeting a bunch of new people here, and it's really fun. I'm really enjoying actually going out sometimes and like having interactions with people.
Yeah,
because
right. It's good.
Funnily enough, you think of college like party time and like being everywhere and like drinking a lot of booze. That was not me. Like very far from that. I was really antisocial in college, so it's really nice to be actually out in the world and talk to people. You know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Tad lives 10 minutes from you, by the way. I just checked the address.
All right. Okay.
10 minutes south.
I don't think I'm fit to do the detective work required here right now to figure this out.
That's
like
fair.
Trace back the connections of where I wore the shirt and when.
Well, you don't even have
I don't think
a peg
I can do that right now. I
Did
haven't
you get,
slept last night.
Did you get the burb shirt I sent you?
What?
Did you get the burb shirt I sent you?
Did you send it to my new address?
Yeah, I did.
I might have just not. I have a few clothing packages, so probably maybe.
Yeah, I did. I did send it to your new.
Well, but thank you. But
do you have a blue envelope? Like a blue poly mailer?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god. Hold on.
We'll figure it out. I'll find it.
But
if you sent it, I remember the last time it took me like a month to get it or something, because it like got lost in the mail. I don't remember.
Bizarre.
But anyway,
it says delivered.
You're right that the people who have like camera gear and do like photo work, they like spending money on stuff, because I asked him about it and he's like, oh yeah, I have two separate gear kits, one for like personal photography whenever I go do personal photography somewhere, and the other one is like a whole gear set just for wedding photos.
Huh.
Why do people have whole separate sets for wedding photos?
Because wedding stuff is like super intense. It's one of the reasons why I refuse to do weddings. I don't do
But
them.
why is it? Is the question.
I
don't understand.
I don't know. Because you gotta be extra bougie with it, you know? I don't know.
Huh. Oh yeah, I got you. I'll see that tracking number. Maybe I'll be able to see if it was delivered or not. Because if it was delivered, it probably is buried somewhere in the boxes.
It's delivered on the 16th.
It's a little bit nuts here right now, so like I wouldn't be surprised if there's a package lost in there somewhere.
It's fine. It's just been sitting for 11 days. I sent it to you, but that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Right now, I'm like, I have a very small arsenal of shirts. So right now, I'm wearing the Dink shirt that has 3 holes in it.
Oh no!
From Bunny ripping it open every time he's like jumping into my arms or like just sitting on top of me.
I feel that.
This shirt is really soft, but it really does not stand up to cat claws.
I got a shirt from Target and it was like it was Sonic, and literally I came home, put it on, and Coach tore a hole in it, and I was like, 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think
10 fucking minutes.
The first hole that the Bunny tore in this shirt was immediately after I put it on for the first time. Nice glasses. Those are your headphones. Don't break your headphones now. By the way, I have the same headphones now as you.
Yeah. Nice, dude.
Yeah. My other headphones died too in the move.
What did you do to your audio equipment?
Nothing. That's
did you
the thing.
Put it in a box and just like hit it with a baseball bat for an hour? Like, goddamn.
I think it was just the fact that the headphones were like 3.5 years old and the drives themselves were like 5 years old. So it was just a combination of, why the fuck did you move us 15 hours by car? And also, okay, bye, we're done.
Yeah.
It's so long, partner. But yeah, it's been a lot. As you can see, as this is a anniversary of our podcast, there's been a lot of stuff happening. And a lot of stuff happened, and now we're here. And that's the summary, and goodbye. My brain no work right now.
My brain don't work.
Like I said that I haven't slept last night, but I actually didn't. Like,
I figured because you responded to my DM at 8 a.m. and I was like, what the fuck?
8 a.m. your time. It was 6 for me.
I was like, never in the history of this has this ever happened, except for when Scarfee
where we made
hasn't
plans
slept
in
yet.
the morning of the day that we film.
Yeah, honestly, I was shocked. I was literally like, yeah, it's not gonna happen.
I was trying to sleep. I was laying in bed for like literally 3 hours straight, and I just couldn't fall asleep. And I was like, well, I guess I'm not sleeping tonight.
I have nights like that. So it's just like you just sit up.
It's
and you're
just
like,
ADHD. I really can't do anything about it. Like, no matter how many like melatonins I take, no matter like what I do, how much water I drink, whatever, like how many screens I turn off before I go to sleep, or how long I stay screen free, doesn't matter. My brain just doesn't care. The one thing that managed to help me so far, the only thing that managed to help me, was journaling, actually, which is weird, but it works. Like whenever I have sleepless nights, I notice that I just have like one thought bouncing around in my brain, and just like there's no exit for it unless I like write it down.
Right.
And after I write it down, I was like, okay, now I'm not gonna forget it, so I can go to sleep. But sometimes my brain says, we're gonna have 12 thoughts in one night, and you're gonna have to write down all of them, and then there's gonna be more and more and more and even more. And then we're not going to go to sleep. So in the process of that, I'm I read a lot of weird shit on the internet. No longer staying on Twitter all the time, as I'm trying to stay off of that. Now I try to have a relationship with the social media where I'm just throwing stuff out there, not much consuming.
Yeah.
Like, I post TikToks every once in a while, but I don't even look at how many numbers they get or like what comments they have. I just post them, and that's it.
Right.
And that's fun in that way. Like, just throwing shit out there in hopes somebody sees it. Okay, that's fun, actually. Like, when people actually find and like your content, that feels good.
Yeah.
When you're not doing it for the numbers.
Oh, absolutely. 2 seconds.
I wanted to also I wanted to really quickly pivot because that was something that I just watched on my TV. Like, a new video from KiADHD came out. And watching it on my TV, actually, by the way, you can kind of see my TV. No, there's
no.
Oh
yeah, it is there.
Yeah, watching KiADHD videos on TV is actually a game changer because he actually films for TVs, so it actually makes a huge difference. But he made a video about Tesla bots, and I actually stopped at the point where he was making a counter argument against them. So right now I have only the cool, awesome facts about them. Nice. So I wanted to really quickly mention, what the fuck are the Tesla bots?
Nightmare fuel. That's what.
Exactly. But
it's just Elon doing something. He's up to something.
Elon is doing some stupid shit again. I don't have the time or energy to keep up with it, but
I will say
interesting.
I visited my mom recently, and I visited a friend I hadn't seen in close to a decade while I was down there, and he has a Tesla. He got a Model 3, and he bought every option that you could possibly get for it.
So like maxed out Model 3.
Yeah. Okay. And let me tell you, when he put his foot down, I'm launched back into the seat so hard that my feet are not touching the floor anymore. It is so... It's amazing. I want one so fucking badly. But in reality, I'm probably just going to end up getting a Ford Maverick. If I'm going to get a new car, it's going to be the Ford Maverick because it is a hybrid truck that gets 42 miles to the gallon.
See, now, what I can't agree with is that I also want a Tesla, but my goal for the next car currently is, because I don't have a car, I don't have a car on the payment program, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so, like, I can't really like trade in my car and get like a payment off of the next car. I can get money as a gimme, but what?
That's not right.
What?
You don't have to have your car financed to trade it in. You can take any car. You don't even have to own it. I've sold many of my brother's cars.
Okay. It's the car dealership hour with Rahlyx.
All you have to do, if you have an automobile and you have the rights to the title of that car in some way, shape, or form, be it financed or you own it outright, you take that car, and the only time you can't do this is if you have a lease, you take that car into the dealership, you say, I have this piece of shit, I want that piece of shit. And they go, okay, here's what we'll give you. And you say, nope, put 2 zeros after that and we got a deal. That's what you do.
I thought you were going to say, put the 2 zeros up your ass and then we got a deal.
I want less money, but I want him up your ass.
And that's, oh God. And that's been an hour of car dealership with Rahlyx. Call 1-800-STOP getting fucked over in the dealerships right now to get free advice that you just got. Just again.
We should do a viewer call-in day. That'd be fun.
Rewind this video if you want this advice
again. No, but yeah, if you want a new car, you drive your car to a dealership, and I promise you, especially right now with the chip shortage, they will give you so much money for your used car.
I know what you're saying, because before I moved, I was thinking about like trading in my car and getting a new one because Seattle gets snow. And I have a front-wheel drive Jetta sedan that is not built for the Seattle climate whatsoever.
You can want all-wheel drive, baby.
Yeah, I know. But now I'm realizing that my goal for my next car is, I think, if I can survive winters in my current sedan, I want to drag it out until I have one money. until I have one money.
I would like this car. I have one money.
I have one money. 3, take it or leave it.
Three money. Drive a hard bargain.
Yeah, exactly.
Done. Here's
I drive a rock.
Have a battery.
3 money.
3 money.
Yes, that's a
3
battery.
money. There you go. Now it's 3 money.
I decided that my goal for my next
money.
car. What? Wait, what? What is that?
Oh, it's just a SNES controller that links to my Switch.
Oh my god.
It's perfect for playing Mario. Sorry,
dude,
continue.
You got so much cool retro shit. Anyway, let me finish my thought first.
yeah, finish your thought. I did not mean
Welcome
to interrupt
to Keepin It ADHD. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, my next car.
Next car.
I want it to be electric. Like whatever the fuck level of car or whatever the fuck make or whatever the fuck model, I want it to be fully electric because I want to make that switch early, while there's incentive for it, especially right now as they're going to be passing all of the new things if they do.
Yeah, there's a lot of incentive on the West Coast right now.
Yeah, and there's a lot of incentive, especially in Seattle. Seattle is actually doing a really big push for it. I think that I'm in a really good position to get an electric car, and I really want to make that switch because I just don't want to be driving a gas car anymore. I think it's a thing of the past, and the faster we make the switch, the better.
I agree.
But yeah, I understand that also the industry shortages and everything. So I guess thank you for the advice. I'm gonna price out. But when I was moving, I got the price. I bought the car for $17,000 from the dealership, new.
Right.
Right now, after it has cosmetic damage on the back right side, they want to give me $9,500 to trade it in.
What year is it?
2016.
I guess $9,500 for a 5-year-old car. That makes some sense. That's
but
pretty
it also
good,
has
dude.
40,000 miles on it.
That's not that many for 5 years. The average is 12,000 miles a year.
Cars like mine usually sell for 45, if that. Especially with the cosmetic damage in the back.
Not during chip shortage.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I guess it speaks to your point that currently, even if you got a shitty bucket, go to the dealership, see what they give you.
Yeah.
Because right now it's anyone's fair game.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. I guess that's the advice for you. I guess we can wrap this up. We've talked plenty, and I'm really glad to be back. I just want to say that going forward with the podcast, I really want us to enjoy this. And for that to happen, I think we're going to be just releasing episodes on weeks when we feel like we can. And whenever I feel like we're getting to that point of like, oh, we're not really enjoying this right now as much, maybe we will take like a 2-week hiatus at a time. Maybe like a holiday break every once in a while.
Sure.
Yeah. We're going to keep you guys posted on our Twitter and our Facebook and Instagram. Follow us wherever you like. We are everywhere at this point. And we're probably going to make a fan house. So if we do, we're also going to let you know on our platforms. If you want to support us, go for it. That would be really welcome because we enjoy doing this. And your support would enable us to do more of it. For sure. Because we would be able to unload our lives from other shit we don't want. What is frustrating you right now, friend?
I literally, in the last 5 minutes, just got added to a list on Twitter about electric vehicles and batteries. What the fuck?
That's fucking creepy.
What the fuck?
I guess
not okay.
Get the fuck off social media.
Get the fuck off social media.
It's creepy.
I'm on.
That doesn't
check
even
this out.
matter
Check this out. Hold on.
like,
I'm gonna do this right now. Here we go.
Show it to us. Show it to us. Yes. Go for it. Good job.
Fuck you.
Do the same thing, and you're gonna be all toxin free, and your skin's gonna be clear.
I've been thinking about uninstalling Twitter for like a month now, and it's like I may
as
well because now I'll use it for the browser.
You heard it here. You heard it here first. You heard it here first.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles. All right.
You heard it here first. Rahlyx is off Twitter. Well, at least.
I'm uninstalled
on
Twitter
mobile.
for my phone. Yeah.
Yeah. But we're gonna keep you posted on our Twitter. Follow us there. That's our most active platform. And yeah, thank you for being here.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep you posted on everything, and we're just glad to be back. And
hell yeah.
yes, Rahlyx, happy anniversary for the podcast.
Yeah, happy anniversary, buddy.
Yay!
Let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah. Jesus Christ. All right. Thanks for watching.
See you guys
Bye.
next time. Bye.